Hi, this is Miss McKinley. I'm the English 2 teacher at Byhalia High School. This is a message both to students and to parents. We are just starting back with our second week of school for the new semester, so a lot of people are having me for the first time. Last week's schedules were a little bit chaotic, so I wanted to wait to send this message until this week. And I'm just going to explain a little bit about the class and also how to operate Canvas for this class. So this is both for parents and students. English 2 is the necessary class for English that you must pass the state test in order to graduate. So we are preparing over the course of this year for the state test, which will occur at the end of the semester. Your student will have to come to school for benchmark exams periodically just to see how they're doing. I will let you know in advance of all of those, what the dates are, etc. As parents, the best thing that you can do for your students is encourage them to be reading outside of class. The more a student has a book in their hands, the better it's going to go for them this year. So I would encourage your students to be reading as much as possible. If you know that your student struggles with English, please let me know. I would love to do some tutoring with them. If your student does not especially struggle with English, then they should be fine. I will be reaching out and contacting parents of people whose benchmarks are not where we would want them to be for some additional tutoring. Okay, so that's everything about the class. What is more pressing, especially if you're a student, so students, pay attention now, is how to operate Canvas, especially if you're a virtual student. But this is true for all students because you're going to have to do work on Wednesdays, so I want you to know how that works. So this is the Canvas page for my first block, but the same will also be true for third and fourth block. The way that I structure my units is by week. So week 1 is here as an example. Whatever week we're on currently will always be at the top. So right now it's week 2, and you see week 2 materials right here at the top. But we're going to look at week 1 just because it's a little more fleshed out right now. So I always want you to operate the course through the modules page. If you just go to home, you're going to get this page. And I know that a lot of people go through their checklist or through their assignments and just look for what's due. However, if you try to do that in this classroom, you're going to be very, very confused. Let's look at why. So let's say day 2 last week, for example. If you go to this page, this is what will show up in your actual checklist. And if you notice, it says no content. What am I supposed to do, Miss McKinley? I've gotten several emails to that effect. What you're supposed to do is you are supposed to go to all of your coursework through modules. That is the way that I structure the class, and that is the way that will make the most sense for you to see everything. So if you'll notice, I have everything broken down by day. So day 1, day 2, day 3, etc. So let's click on day 2, for example. So day 2, right here, we have everything that you're supposed to do for the day. So here I have the Nearpod for the day. I have the assignment that you're supposed to be doing, and then also the assignment to read Girl with All the Gifts. We're doing reading right now, so parents, if your student is doing English work, if they are either first or third block, this is not true for fourth block, but first and third block are reading a novel right now, so make sure your student is reading. And these day buttons also list the actual grades that will be put in for the day. So important to click on that. And then you can click forward. So we were just on day 2. So if you clicked forward, underneath the day button will always be the assignment for the day. So here I have all of the instructions for the assignment. You click this open, and suddenly you're inside of your assignment. I do almost all of my assignments through Google Docs. This is a little weird. Okay. Yes, so let's actually pop it out into a full window. All right, so Usually, everything should be pretty self-explanatory. I have all of the instructions written out, but also in the Nearpods or in the YouTube videos that I've included in the day buttons, those will actually explain assignments to students. So students, make sure you're actually doing those Nearpods and watching those videos if you have questions about your assignment. I've made a lot of videos to try to help you understand them. So before you email me, make sure you're actually going through all of that material. So then you would do your full assignment, then you finish, and when you finish, this is the tricky part with my class. What you do is you hit download and download it as a Microsoft Word document, and then you can go back into Canvas. Anytime you're on the assignment page, what's after that page, every single time will be the submission page for that page. In the top right-hand corner, you will see something that says Submit Assignment, and you will be able to submit through the submission page. You can pull up the file you just downloaded and submit that file. That has worked the best for me in just making sure that everyone's thing is able to be submitted. So that's how all work should be turned in for Ms. McKinley's class. Let's see if I have anything else. Those are the main points that you want to access all of your work through modules, that you want to do your assignment right under the day page, and then you actually submit it in the next page, the submissions page. If you are in first or third block, you're reading Girl with All the Gifts right now. I have a link to that here. I also have a link to that book right here on the home page. So there are plenty of ways for you to access the book. Let's go back to modules, make sure there's nothing else that we need to discuss. I don't believe so. Hopefully that should be a sufficient explanation. Parents, make sure that your kids have seen this. Students, please make sure that your parents have seen this. I just want everyone to be on the same page as we move forward. Parents, I'll try to be in lots and lots of contact. I know that you want your kids to pass this test and be able to graduate just as badly as I do. So I will be in touch. And please be in touch with me if you have any questions. Same to you, students. You know, we do it all for you at the end of the day. All right. Thank you guys so much. Again, if you have any questions, please contact me at currymckinley@mcschools.us. Thanks. Bye.